do
Pen
this.
and paper ready.
Pen and paper ready. Okay. So, welcome to my one shot that I am very nervous about. So, uh, we are on the continent of TalDorei in the capital city of Iman, and you all have received a summons, kind of mysteriously, bearing the crest of the Raven Queen, asking you to come to the Temple of the Raven Queen in the Temple District of Iman at dusk. So, as you all arrive, separately, I imagine, because I don't think you guys are a party necessarily, uh, you guys all see a kind of squat, sort of stone building, kind of squat and wide. And set above the door is a lantern, like a hooded lantern, and on the side of this hooded lantern, there is a sort of impression of this porcelain mask shrouded by raven's wings. And if you guys, as you arrive, would like to describe your characters, be a fantastic time to do so.
Okay. Well, I am Opit Bagadoo. I am a halfling bard. I didn't really think too much about his appearance, honestly. I realize now. Stereotypical halfling.
What instrument do you carry? Do you carry an instrument?
Oh, I have a few actually. I got the drums are my main one, but I also have bagpipes.
Boy,
And I know how to play the drum, the bagpipes, the lute, and the horn.
just a regular one-man band. All right, fantastic. Anybody else?
Sure.
Go for it.
I'm a tabaxi, dressed in leather. I have a cat with a pet cat. It's a panther. And there's a bow strung across my back.
It's
Oh yeah, my name is Sky Full of Stars, and my pet is Lavender on the Wind.
And I will say, like, as you walk through the streets with a panther at your side, you get a few glances. Some people are not quite
I
sure what to
mean-
make of a giant, predator walking through the streets.
that's fine.
Well, but that's me. My cat is harmless. I mean, I get strange looks all the time. I'm a tabaxi.
Totally fair.
That's
I'm
like
a cat lady.
person, right? Yeah.
Yeah. A two-legged walking cat person with a
As
panther.
opposed to the four-legged ones.
Well, yeah, I walk on 2 feet, not on all four. At least, normally.
I should probably stop talking to myself. That would be great. To myself off. Okay. And Marilee, would you like to describe your character as well, or?
I'm a feed warlock 7 standard tiefling. Apparently I'm chaotic neutral, and I have an inheritor background.
All right.
Please
So,
no follow-up questions because I don't have the answers.
what is your name? That would be a good one.
Oh yeah, Afion Extreme.
Afion. Okay.
I used a fantastic name generator for that.
Extreme is a fantastic last name.
Thank you.
Okay, so you all kind of arrive at roughly the same time, and this lantern, I should note, is not lit. There are a lot of folk tales about the lanterns at Raven Queen temples. If they're left on all night, they expect a lot of death, and you kind of don't want to see that lit. They're usually only lit for funerals and wakes and whatnot. So you kind of approach, and as you approach, the door opens and like a small, like little beam of light flickers out, and you are greeted by a hooded figure, also a tiefling. Except this one is silver, and she says, "Welcome, welcome everyone. Please come in."
I follow her in, but I also ask her, so what's this all about?
Please, we will speak once we are inside. So you all move in, I suppose.
No, 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 no. I don't trust that person. Why would I go with her? Out of the question. Like, can I scan her or something? I'm not following a stranger into a strange house.
To be completely fair, this is a temple, and you were summoned here, so
Someone by who? By what? For what? There's so many questions left.
she says, "Please do not be alarmed. I wish to hire you.
What for?
This would be much easier if we were inside. I must insist."
I mean, okay, but against my better judgment.
So you're led inside, and the inside looks startlingly normal for what you would expect out of a temple. There are several rows of seats. There's an altar set up at the front with the same sort of porcelain mask imagery. There are candles burning, and just once you're kind of inside, she says, "Thank you all for coming on such short notice. I had honestly hoped there would be more. Um, but thank you anyway. My name is Aitra. Uh, I will write this down because I realize that's kind of a weird name. So Aitra, that is her name. Close.
Close. Yeah.
Uh, I understand that you are all talented in the ways of combat, yes?
Yes.
I'm all right. I'm better at music.
Music can be quite combative, little one.
I've been known to have a dance battle or two.
I would quite like to see that sometime. Um, but more to the matter at hand. What's are you aware of the purview of my lady, the Raven Queen?
Not at all.
She kind of
That's a good question. Like, would we be?
That's a fantastic question, but those are your characters. Would they be?
No.
Not sure.
No?
Probably not.
Like mechanically, I have a -1 in religion.
Okay. She goes, I see. Um, there's much to be told, but not a lot of time. The shortest version is that the Raven Queen is in charge of death, in charge of keeping the natural order, and this has made many fear her, but that is beside the point. The Raven Queen is not evil. You must understand this. She is natural. Death is natural, and there are those who wish to break the natural order, and those who break the natural order, who usurp the shackles of fate, must be dealt with. And she kind of takes a deep breath and goes, "I'm sorry, I did not mean to. So heated. Um, we have received reports of undeath to the north, and the scouts we sent have not returned. We have heard nothing. This is highly irregular, and we wish to know. We wish to see if they are all right. Would you?
Is there?
Is there?
How can they be right if they haven't come back?
You all have traveled. I assume you know that delays can happen, but my lady has sent me signs, visions. I fear the worst.
Is that how you know about this, or is there more information?
There have been between here and Fort Daxio, there have been several attacks. Minor undead, some zombies mostly, but nothing you would think the garrison couldn't handle, but the garrison has no interest in tracking down the source. We sent out scouts to try to find the source, and they have not returned.
The source of what?
Of the undeath.
Of the undeath. Okay.
They have to be coming from somewhere. Zombies are not natural.
Is it just zombies we're talking about?
Thus far, but they've been scattered. Very few in number, but the fact that they're showing up at all is concerning and must be dealt with.
Okay, so this is a new occurrence in the region.
Yes, it's not something that happens very often, and when it does, there's always someone behind it. At least in my experience.
Okay. What are you proposing as payment for this?
She kind of looks a little sheepish and says, "I would be willing to offer you 200 gold each."
Oops. I feel like I deserve more for risking my life against zombies.
Make a persuasion check. Okay, 19.
That's a good roll, right?
That's
Right.
quite good.
Yes.
Aitra kind of sighs and says, "We are but a temple. We do not have much money, but
Well, what else do you have?
I can furnish you with potions, healing. Uh, a greater healing potion and a regular healing potion apiece on top of the gold."
Okay, but do you have also like valuables, like chalices or temple things?
You want a chalice?
Yes.
She kind of looks a little surprised, and she turns around and she goes to a cabinet along the wall and pulls out a chalice, and it's not. It's made of like a semi-precious metal. It's like a bronze chalice. It's not like gold or anything. She goes, "This
There's nothing better like that I can see that's like worth money made of gold or emeralds or anything.
this is a temple of the goddess of death. She's not the god of
Yeah.
ostentatiousness."
Yeah, but you feel like people would make offrande to the god of death.
How shiny is the chalice that she pulls out?
Moderately. It looks like it's
Mm.
seen. It looks like it may have seen better days. It's seen a decent amount of use, but you could probably buff it up and make it look decent.
Okay, wait. Do I have any sort of magical perception? I think I do. I'd like to scan to see if there's anything in magic worth taking.
Go ahead and make a perception check. 14. You glance around the room. Nothing gives off a particularly magical aura. It just kind of looks. It looks like a church. It's a church. You're in a church.
Can we get the healing potions ahead of time?
Of course. And she'll
And
say
also have the money you promise us right now, and the other half once the job's completed.
half now, half on completion.
Yeah.
Certainly. Just a moment. And she kind of goes off into a side room and kind of fiddles around for a couple minutes. And when she comes back, she's carrying a small case and a couple large sacks. And she kind of heaves the sacks down in front of you. And she says, 300 gold. This is half of your total sum. Divide it amongst yourselves. And then she opens the case, and there are 6 vials in this case. There are also like several empty spots in the case, but you can tell she kind of specifically picked this out because it's what you had said. And one of them is slightly smaller. There's one row that's slightly smaller of 3, and then one that is slightly larger. And she says, as discussed, 1 greater healing potion apiece, 1 regular healing potion apiece.
Sounds good.
So you are amenable. Go.
I'll go, but as I exit the temple or whatever things, I will definitely steal that chalice.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm so sorry. Did you say something? I missed it. You said make
Yeah.
a
Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand. Where is that on?
Uh,
Oh yeah, I see it.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice. You just pocket that thing, and she seems none the wiser. So go ahead and add a bronze chalice to your inventory.
Yay!
She says, now that the business portion is completed, please, and she kind of unfurls, she leads you over to a table and kind of unfurls a map of the area, and I'm actually going to move you over this map and ignore the Scar of the Cinder King because that's not there yet. So she says, here, the southern part of the Seashell Mountains are called the Shade Steps. I believe that this is probably where the source of this is. They always tend to come at the road from the west, and who knows, there may be something there that you can find. That would be a good place to check.
Is there anything particular you can tell us about undead?
They are an abomination. They
Okay, I meant more like, in combat to give us an edge. Because I'm actually not sure. I mean, I jump from place to place and wander, but I don't know if I've ever run across undead.
But also, you also said that your local militia usually handles them, so they must know a way.
I mean, weaponry can kill the undead, certainly. Uh, let me look at this cheat real quick and see if I can give you any information based on what she may know. Um, there's actually not a whole hell of a lot to these. She says weaponry, any weaponry will do against zombies.
Good old metal. Got it.
I would recommend against. Well, I don't know how you would poison a zombie. They don't really eat. I would not recommend that. Other than that, I hit them until they die.
But we're specifically looking for the source, right?
Yes, whatever that may be.
Is it normally a person? Or an item?
Or like a black smoke cloud thingy?
Or that?
Thank you.
It could be any, really.
So we're looking for
If
everything.
if
Good. Let's find the source. Let's go.
the
like is
is uh, there is a god is called, she kind of looks reluctant to say it, Orcus, that tends to make undead happen, but he is sealed far beyond the divine gate. There's no way it's him personally. It's very possible there's a person or a set of people, an artifact of Orcus that is making this happen, I suppose. If you manage to find this artifact or person or any information about what happened to our scouts, please bring that to us.
Will do.
Okay.
all right.
Do you have anything you want to do in this big city before you head off on your grand adventure?
Ooh, good question.
So we have some
Wait.
healing potions, so that's
Yes.
good.
I guess I have more
Um,
questions for the priestess. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, if you have questions for the priestess, by all means.
Yeah, why? Why us? Who? Why? How have you heard about us? Why?
The heroes we would normally ask are a bit, let's say they have fallen out of favor at the moment. There was a battle at the palace recently, and guests of the sovereign, they have, I hear they have snuck
Okay,
away.
we're like the last resort team. Got it. That's cool.
You answered the call, and that makes you all the result we need.
Oh, I'm the chosen. We're the chosen ones. That's fun.
Ooh,
Certainly.
I'm not with that. I'm definitely chosen for stuff.
Why a bard? Why a bard?
What do you
I
have?
have many skills.
Why not?
What do you have
Why
against
not a
bards?
bard?
Bards are very useful.
I know magic.
He knows magic. See?
But he also carries a drum with him.
Drums
Sometimes you need those sick beats.
drums can be quite magical.
Alright. I give up. Bring the bard.
I'll bring myself.
If do you have any other questions or?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm ready for a challenge.
So,
Impossible
what to do in the
shinies.
city. I don't think. Yeah. I mean, I could spend gold.
Yeah, we just got paid, so we could do that.
Yeah.
You could definitely spend some, although 100 gold is not that much really if you're looking for good shit.
I
but,
I
you know.
started with 150,
Okay.
250 now.
All right.
I could buy.
Oh, that's right. Normally at higher levels you roll for gold, don't you?
Yep.
I'm actually gonna keep
Oh.
it same because money is great, but only to get me
How
where I need to
much?
go next.
How much are horses?
That's a good
That's
question.
a really good question.
Give me a second to figure out how to close this thing. Okay, there we go. I couldn't.
Yeah, I figure at least horses would be a good buy.
Steal a horse?
I mean, I'm
I'm gonna try to steal a horse if horses are available.
You're gonna try to steal a horse?
Well, it works so well with the chalice. I figured I'd just.
Okay. So for that you'd
There are horses
probably.
available.
I mean, you're in the capital city of the continent. There are horses. There's
Good.
also the militia, the garrison. They probably would not be too happy, but if you want to go for it.
You can't hide the horse in your pocket.
that's true.
Do they brand our horses? I could claim this horse was mine all along. Like, no, I came in with it.
Are you trying to steal a war horse? Or are you trying to steal like a farm horse?
A farm horse.
Okay, for that you'd want to go to the Shoreline Farms, which is off to the north of the city, which I guess I brought you back over here already. I suppose that works. So Eric, were you wanting to buy a horse, or are you going along with the horse theft?
No, I'm buying 3 horses.
You're buying 3 horses. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let me.
We can get them for free.
If she tries to steal one, I'll pay the guy behind her.
And I'll like follow a little bit, but I'm not gonna get in the middle of this because I don't think I even need a horse. So
Oh.
I'm
Wait,
used to
I
just
fly. I don't need
walking
horses.
myself.
You can
Wait,
only.
cat lady.
You can only.
Can you go on 4 legs and run really amazingly?
You'll have to find out and wait and see.
Okay, this doesn't want to tell me the cost of a horse, so I'm going to say that a regular riding horse is, we'll call it 3 gold apiece.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wow, that's nothing. I thought they would be like $200 each. Like, no, it's fine. I'll buy it.
Horses are pretty cheap, all told. So if you go ahead and mark 3 horses, then.
Cool. I don't mind paying for all. Well, I guess maybe only 2. I don't know. It seems. I forget your character's name.
Which one?
Hold on. Both actually. I think of.
Also, Stephanie, would you like me to refer to you in short as Sky or Stars?
I originally had it as stars,
Okay.
so we'll go with that.
Stars. Okay.
Yeah.
If I pull out a terrible like tyrant impression at some point, I apologize. And Sky full of stars.
Oh, really? Just straight up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or Stars for short. And then the Panther's name is Lavender on the Wind?
Yeah. Or just wind.
point.
Oh, I see. They're translated from your cat language. Got it.
Okay. So is there anything else you wanted to do in Amman before you leave besides buy slash
Is
think
it
about
possible to
stealing
buy
horses?
magic stuff ish things?
Magic stuff is possible, but also quite expensive.
And
I'm
usually,
feeling
well,
spendy.
I was gonna say
What?
something, but I was like, I don't know if my character would actually know that. So
Oh boy.
yeah.
I was not expecting to have to pull out Gilmore, but here we are.
Oh shit, son.
So, um, if you're looking for magical items, what are you looking for in particular?
I guess like disguise charms to trick people or
I
stuff.
have a disguise kit
A disguise?
with 2 costumes.
But is it magical?
I mean, I can make it magical.
Okay. Oh, okay. No, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so you make your way to the, I believe it's in the erudite quarter of Amman. Or no, wait. Yeah, the erudite quarter. And you come across upon this sort of flashy looking shop, and you kind of ask around. You're led to this shop, and the sign reads Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Sounds great. I go in.
Okay, you are welcomed by um. You open the door and you hear welcome, welcome, welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. You see a man with sort of flowing purple accoutrement. He looks quite dapper. Sort of tan skin, a quite nice goatee. Uh, very very charming, standing with one hand proffered out in welcome. Welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. How can I help you today?
Hello, sir. I am going on the strange mission that was just given to me by a stranger priestess, and I would like some glamour charms.
Gla- that's glamour charms.
Yes, to disguise
Okay.
myself.
Um,
That's what it's called, right? Right?
a disguise. All right. Let me see what I have in the inventory. He kind of leads you over to the side and says, "Glamour. We have a hat of disguise. Is that the sort of thing you're looking for?"
Yes, that sounds great. What is that, and how much does it cost?
Ah, well, a hat
No,
of
actually,
disguise.
price first.
A mere 1,800 gold pieces, and this hat
Oh
of
wow,
disguise
I
is
am
yours.
poor. Never mind. I get out of the shop and realize I can't afford anything in there.
Gilmore is
Like,
left.
oh, I made a mistake.
He's left holding this hat of disguise, like halfway toward putting it on his head to demonstrate how it works. And you see him as you leave the shop, kind of do this little flourish with the hat and place it back on the shelf, and just kind of shake his head a little bit. Um,
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasted everyone's time.
okay. Um, all right. Anything else anyone wants to do in town?
Do we have to buy water and rations, or?
We
Uh,
have
you
some
you
just from starting off.
yeah, you'll be fine on food and water and whatnot.
We can
Okay.
eat horses at worst.
Another question I have is being starting at a higher level.
Uh-huh.
When you create a character, I only get 20 arrows.
Okay.
Do I have to go buy more right now, or would I have had more from the time being around?
If you wanna say, let's say you have 3 quivers of arrows, so 60.
Okay.
You live out in the wilderness, and we'll say you've kind of made it a point to have some arrows at all times.
Always. Got to be
Okay.
prepared.
All right. So now that we're no longer in Iman, you guys, do you want to go tonight because it was dusk? You caught Gilmore right as he was getting ready to close the shop.
Oh, that's right. It's dusk.
Would you like
Oof.
to stay the night in town, or would you like to ride through the night, or?
Oh, we're staying the night in town, and I find some place to go drink and forget that I'm on this weird mission that I'm sort of only half into.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with staying in town.
All right. So you guys go and find an inn for the night. Let's see. I will go ahead and say in the same erudite quarter of town as Gilmore's Glorious Goods, you find a decently nice looking inn called the Opulent Ruby. It's very
Ooh.
full of
Ooh.
itself. So as you enter this inn, you are greeted by a charming sort of young human man who says, "Welcome, welcome to the Opulent Ruby. How may I help you?"
We'd like to purchase 3 rooms.
3 rooms for the night.
And 3 alcohol, please.
Alcohol we can take care of immediately after. So for the rooms for the night, are you looking for individual rooms? Are you looking for?
Individual. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
sharing with a bard.
Hey,
I see.
I mean, fine.
That will come at 5 silver a night per room.
That's fair. Wait, can I pay with a song?
No.
Silver is appreciated, but if you would like to play, we could surely come to an arrangement.
Excellent. Do I sing the song first, or do I do a performance check?
Money first, we'll discuss reimbursement after. Or perhaps you could pay for
Wait.
tips.
You want me to? Okay, I see what's going on. All right. You know what? I just start singing.
Make a,
He'll
make a
see the light.
performance check.
Right before he starts singing, I toss the silver pieces to the innkeeper, and I walk towards a room, and I disappear with my alcohol for the rest of the night.
Okay.
This is my song. I'm for a room. I'm great. Be banging on the drum also.
He tries to remain stoic, but you see that his foot starts tapping in beat with your song. He goes, "Oh, that was quite impressive. If you tell you what, the room is on me for the night. We'll call that even."
Thank you very much.
And as you walk away, he gives everyone their room keys. And as you walk away, you notice he's humming along to the. You seem to have gotten it stuck in his head pretty well.
It's a hit.
All right. Is there anything you guys would like to do tonight? Obviously, how did you say Afpion?
That's a really good question. Afpion, I said,
Afpion?
but
Okay.
I trust the way you go.
Okay, so Afpion, you're drinking for the night, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I'm a shut in. Like I don't want anything to do with these people. I'm in my room already.
All right. Anything that Stars would like to do for the night, or?
I would probably just like, how busy is this inn? Is there like a lot of people downstairs or like in the main area?
The Erudite Quarter is fairly nice, so I would say that there are. I would say that it's not dead, but it's not the busiest you've ever seen either. It's around dusk. I would say there's maybe 8 to 9 people spread across the bar drinking area.
And is this an inn that has like any, performances, like either storytelling or through?
Well, clearly there's a bard who is just more than willing
That
to
is
perform.
true. That is true. I'm mostly trying to figure out if I can hear stories of maybe like other places that are, that I could file away and check out, later.
Um, make an let's see, make a perception check, I suppose.
All right. 10.
And you spend a while listening around to conversations as sneak as you can. There's nothing particularly interesting. There's one who's talking about banking. There's one who's kind of talking about their shopping haul for the day. Just not a whole lot of conversation you find particularly interesting. It's a lot of very silly city sort of stuff.
That's just not exciting at all. I would stay up for a little bit to see if, that situation changed, but other than that, I'll just go to sleep.
All right.
I sit at the bar with my bagpipes in front of me, eagerly expecting people to ask me about them.
I'd say about an hour passes, and you feel a tap on your shoulder, and there's a young dwarf, like maybe a teenager, like very young for a dwarf, and he says, "Hey, a thing on your shoulder. What's that?"
Oh, these are my bagpipes.
Bagpipes. What are they?
I show them by doing a little toot.
There's no such a thing as a little toot with bagpipes.
Yeah. Make a performance check. 21. You managed to do one of the most subtle bagpipe toots in the history of bagpipes. And the dwarf looks quite impressed.
Would you like to hear more?
If you don't mind.
No, it's me up.
I launch into a full bagpipe solo.
And it is a glorious bagpipe solo. When the Saints Go Marching In is played weirdly. It's a very weird performance. It's exotic music for these people, and they are quite impressed. So I would go say go ahead and add 2 gold to your character sheet from tips.
Ooh. All right.
That was a pretty good performance check.
Coming to the inn has been lucrative.
Yeah, you got a free room and a couple gold. You've almost paid for a horse by staying the night at a hotel. You guys turn in for the night. Opip, I'm assuming, very happy with his Scottish music for the night. And so would you guys like to head north? Would you like to do anything else in the city, or are we moving on?
I'm good with the city for now.
Yeah, I'm good to get going. I'm
right.
I'm ready to face a challenge and maybe find some shiny things.
Okay.
Ooh, shiny things.
So
There's always shiny things.
you ride north out of town along the road, and it's a fairly nice early fall sort of day. Air's crisp but not cold. You're getting a nice breeze coming in off the sea to your west. What pace would you guys like to ride at? Normal, fast, try to be stealthy? Are you just gonna go?
I mean, I'm definitely not stealthing to ride.
All right. So we'll assume normal
Yeah,
pace.
me
So
either.
you guys managed to ride about 6 hours. Nothing really interesting happens except off to the northwest. You start to see the shapes of mountains appear, and these are the seashell mountains that the priestess mentioned, not very far from Amman. And you make a let's see, who will be leading? It'd probably be Stars, right?
Me?
So
Yeah.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
What's your favorite terrain, by the
Um,
way?
I was actually just going to look that up.
Are we all making one?
I think if you like, you can. I was thinking that Stars is probably as the ranger leading your party in this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I'm not sure if I wrote it. What? Because. Oh wait. I am revised ranger,
Okay.
so I don't get a favorite terrain.
Don't you? I thought you did.
No, I get this at level 1.
Terrain. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
no favorite terrain, which gives you
Mm-mm.
the benefits of favorite terrain anyway, which is very nice.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
god, dog.
So,
So I
yeah,
mean, I still would probably be leading. At
all
least
right.
I would feel like I was leading because I'm used to being on the road and stuff. But
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
15.
15. With that, you notice off to the side of the road there's not a path, but something has definitely walked through here several times.
So kind of like not necessarily a game trail, but similar.
Sort of, yes. It's almost like
Okay.
if you ever go walking in the woods and you find just like a path that people usually walk along and it kind of gets worn down
Yeah.
a little on its own. That's kind of how
Yeah.
this looks.
Okay. What kind of like terrain are we in?
At this point you are in kind of it's mainly grasslands,
Oh, perfect.
but you are kind of near but not that far from the foothills of the Shade Steps.
Right. Okay. I would just get off my my horse then, and then just like at the start of where this little trail thing is, just see if I can see any specific tracks or if it's just something to not care about.
Sure, make a survival check for me then. 17. You notice that coming from the west, there are some very heavy sort of footfalls that tend to have a sort of drag like on every other step. Um, and going like toward the west, you notice, I would say, several day old, generally humanoid footprints. They look, I don't know, it just looks like people were walking. And
Hmm.
you could find
So their gait
with
is
that,
odd
yeah, you could
then.
find with that roll, I'd say maybe you would know that there were several, not just a single person.
Hmm. I guess well depending on if the you two stopped or kept going. I'd be like, there are some interesting tracks here with an odd gate, and I want to
Yeah,
investigate.
I definitely stopped to see what was up. Especially if you were leading the party.
I mean, you can continue. It's really your choice, but yeah. Um, yeah. So I want to investigate. I want to go see what it is. Just more out of curiosity than like I think it's part of what we're trying to find.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you managed to follow these footprints to an old campsite. Um, if anyone wants, I'll give you the basics, and if anyone wants more information, you can go ahead and make a roll for investigation. But you can tell that this was used at some point fairly recently. Um, and there's a stone circle where fire was set. You can tell there was ash in there. They did a good job putting out the fire, so nothing's still smoldering. Um, you can see scuffs where tents would have been set, and you also, most importantly, see the rotting corpse of what you assume to be a zombie.
Where was this?
This was like several hundred feet away from the road.
So
Well, like I meant like in comparison to like the campsite. Is it just in the campsite?
It's about, I would say, 15 to 20 feet outside the campsite.
So they were keeping a zombie as a pet?
Uh, if that's the assumption you want to go with.
Um, since I have no idea if I've encountered something like this, I'm going to I'm just gonna stand back and not get close and shoot an arrow at it to see if it's actually dead and it's a rotting zombie because it's dead rotting, or if it's a rotting zombie just because it's a animated rotting zombie.
Make an
Good
attack
call.
roll.
Okay. 20.
The arrow finds the zombie and sticks, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Could be a sly zombie.
Then I want to walk up and see if I can retrieve my arrow.
You pull out the arrow and are slightly disgusted by the smell.
My whiskers twitch. I think then I want to search like the rest of the campsite and see if we can find any information like on who was here.
Alright,
Can I roll an investigation on the campsite or on
Yep.
the zombie?
Anyone who wants to can roll an investigation check on the whole situation. 10. Okay,
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
You could get a nat 20, yo.
Alright, Afpion, you
Alright.
you look around and I don't know, the cat says people slept here. There was a fire, I guess. That's all you can really figure out. Opip, you notice that I would say Opip and Stars, you both noticed that the scuff marks around the campsite are not all necessarily from where the tents were held. You can tell that there was some sort of battle here, and that the zombie never actually made it closer than where it is. And when you go up to investigate the zombie, you notice that there's a trail of crushed down grass and scuffed dirt that ends precisely where that zombie fell.
Okay, so it was someone camping off the side of the road, most like, and were set upon by at least one zombie.
And you look around the campsite. You really don't find much to identify who might have been here. There's a little shorn off piece of flint from when they started the fire. A couple scraps of food, but nothing really identifying was left behind.
Okay. Does it look like they just came back out of the camp back towards the road, or are there any exiting footprints or tracks or trails?
So with that roll, I will go ahead and say that you are able to track the same sort of sets of footprints that you followed over toward the corpse of the zombie and then off in the direction that the zombie came from.
Okay, so they went further in. I would relay that to the other two. Be like, it looks like at least one person went further in from where the zombie came from. So we can either keep going that way, or
Are the zombies traveling to the source or from the source?
The zombies were coming from the west, and the footprints were going to the west. So the zombies' set of footprints were going eastward, and the footprints that Stars is investigating are going toward the west.
So if the zombies are coming from the source, then we should probably follow the way that that other person went. But
Yeah.
I have no idea.
All right.
So
Let's do her plan.
I'm actually gonna stay off of the horse while we move in that direction. So I don't know if one of you two wants to lead it, or I can do that too. But I'm gonna be
I
tracking.
can probably just lead it.
Okay.
While on my own horse.
All right. So you go ahead and make another survival check for me.
Okay. Oh.
So you go and you start to follow this trail, and not long after it splits, and you're like, okay, this gate looks fairly similar. I guess I'll follow this. And you follow it for about 20 minutes before realizing, wait, this is actually a deer track. Why did I start following this?
I look at Wind and just be like, this was your doing, weren't you? I can just tell that you're hungry. We'll eat later. And then be like, yeah, this is the wrong track. There is a track here, but not the one we want.
What have we been following?
Deer.
Oh dear.
Exactly.
Oh, you suck.
Right. So what do you want to do?
I would ask the party, do we go back to the fork and try the other one, or should we just keep going more north up the road towards the the shade steps, the mountains, the
So
sea shale?
the sea shale is the mountain range. The shade steps is kind of the foothills that you're fairly near. The shade steps are not that far from Amman. Like between Amman and Fort Daxio is like a 2 to 3 day ride, and
And we're only 6 hours.
you guys rode
So
the
we
better
better
part
get
of a
back
day.
on the road, right?
Yeah.
You guys rode the better part of a day. Like you guys have made it to basically like here in that time.
Okay.
Oh. Can I use dumpling?
Sure. What would you
I
like to
have
use
a
dumpling to do?
dragon. I have a dragon named Dumpling. Yeah, I was thinking he can fly, so and I can fly. I forgot about that too. I don't need that horse. But now I have it, so I'm gonna keep it. Can I ask Dumpling to go back to the fork and like see what's going on over there, and if it's worth our time and attention? And if it's not, we go back on the road, and if it is, we investigate.
Sure.
Oh, damn. Then
So you can only like keep contact with Dumpling within 100 feet of yourself, and you guys have been walking for like 20 minutes.
oh, okay, that's not gonna work. But if it's a fork, I can probably just cut across and run into it.
Uh, that's something you could definitely try if you want to. Go ahead and make a survival check. So as you guys
Is
are
that okay?
as you're admonishing your panther stars, the tiefling in your company just kind of starts wandering, just walking with purpose back off to the west. And as you guys follow, she stops after about, I'd say, 10 minutes and goes, so is this the trail we're looking for? And you look down, Stars, and notice the original trail you were meant to be following.
I like totally take it in stride and just be like, excellent, and then I just go.
That was a hell of a survival roll right there. So, you
Did
guys...
Dumpling do that?
No, that was you. You said you wanted to go find the trail. You said you could cut across.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you just straight up went and found the trail that got lost.
Good.
So you guys continue this way, and it's starting to get a little late as you reach the foothills of the Shade Steps. Do you want to continue to push on? Do you want to set up camp for the night? You guys have been at it for probably 9-10 hours at this point. But you've been able...
I'm used to camping out in this, so I'm
Yeah,
good.
but there are zombies around. Can we deal with this right now
I mean, we can always take watch
and build a
Yeah.
giant fire?
if you want.
We don't have
That
to.
might be a beacon, but we don't have to.
Fire is a beacon for zombies?
I mean, it's
It's
gonna be
light.
dark. It's gonna be
Once again, against my better judgment. No fire.
Okay, so you guys set up camp for the night. Who's keeping watch first? Is there a watch order?
I can
I'll
take first or
I'll take
second.
I'll take second.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go first.
All right, so go ahead and make a perception check. Do you have dark vision?
Yes. So
Okay.
wait. No.
No? Okay. So you've rolled an advantage, so I'll just take the lower, which works.
I don't have the advantage disadvantage thing on this sheet.
Don't you?
In the
Really?
go back to the gear, the top right, and then like the second line on the very right under the NPC box, there's role queries. You have to change it every time unless the
Oh, I
changes it
see.
automatically for you. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, so you sit there as your companions sleep, and nothing really of note happens. It's kind of a quiet, peaceful night, a little chilly. You can hear kind of off in the distance the crash of waves against the shore. Okay, so next up, Stars, I believe you had the next watch.
Mm-hmm.
And roll.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, actually, I have a question. If I'm rolling perception, and I'm taking watch, can I also have wind
Sure, go for it.
be on like whatever with me?
Wind is your companion, so go for it.
Okay. 17.
All right. So you kind of get a little distracted as the night goes on. You hear a rustling now and again, and you're just like, "Oh, I wonder what that was," and you realize that was just kind of the
Dear.
wind. We're close to the sea. There's gonna be a lot of wind. And wind sits. Wind kind of sniffs around the camp and doesn't come up with anything.
Okay.
Nice quiet watch. And then, Afion, would you like to make a perception check for the final watch of the night? Perhaps? Maybe? No?
What? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I just was speaking randomly. So I was thinking, Dumpling and I,
Dumpling and you stopped coming through after Dumpling and I.
Cheevers, because I use my hands for talking and then I take my hands off the keyboard. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So Dumpling and I position ourselves about 30 feet apart.
Okay.
With our backs to each other, and we spin around in a circle so that we always have an eye on at least half the camp. So you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So Stars, as you go to lay back down, you notice that this pseudo dragon is kind of just like hovering in the air 30
He doesn't
feet
like
away.
to hear the pseudo part. It's just dragon. He's sensitive, okay?
This very small dragon is like
Thank you.
hovering in the air, and they're kind of flying a lazy circle as the tiefling that you met yesterday is kind of making this weird circle around the camp for watch. And you watch this for a few minutes and you're just like, whatever, and you go to sleep.
I mean, everyone has their odd little quirks and things, you know?
I mean, it's the most efficient way I can think of to keep an eye on the camp. And get some exercise.
Yeah,
in.
this is going to be quite the exercise. And you're the last watch. This is your morning calisthenics right here.
Yeah. So I roll a perception now?
Yeah, roll perception.
That went super well.
Absolutely nothing happens the rest of the night, but you get a nice little morning workout.
And now I'm limber and I won't get cramps.
So the sun has come up. You wake up the rest of your camp, and if you want to continue following this trail, I'll need another survival check.
I know how to read.
Okay.
I'm like good in all of these things. What is happening right now?
Luckily, it was a pretty low DC because you're. So you managed to pick up the trail, no problem. And you actually don't follow it that long before you come to like you're in the foothills of these mountains, and you come to a small canyon, almost like in Lord of the Rings when they go through the Pass of the Dead, it looks kind of like that.
No.
Okay.
It's not great.
It doesn't look quite as spooky, but it's
I
that
don't
kind of.
understand that reference.
It's a narrow sort of road built into the mountain. It's like sheer stone walls. Um, it's fine. It's just imagine a narrow path basically. So you follow this for I don't know the next 30 minutes or so, and you come across what can only be described as an entrance. It kind of flares out. Um, there are hewn stone steps that lead upward, and there is into the mountain built a temple, and you could tell it's in major disrepair. It is, parts of the facade have crumbled. There's rubble all over the place. Go ahead and make a perception check, anyone who wants to.
Well, of course.
Oh man.
Okay. So weirdly, Stars is the only one who sees this. That's
not weird.
So you notice coming from the entrance of this temple is a trail of blood, just like little spatters here and there. And it seems not incredibly fresh, but not incredibly old. And as you follow it over off to your right, about 20 feet, you find a collapsed body, clearly dead. There's some blood that is like absorbed into the dirt beneath them. They're wearing black robes.
From where I'm at, can I see any of like the skin on him? Like, can I tell that it's fresh dead, as in it was alive and is now dead? It's not undead.
With that perception check, I'll say yeah. You can tell that it does not appear to have the same sort of flesh as the zombie you saw.
Okay, so then I won't shoot it, but I do want to go over and investigate it.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
23.
Very good. Okay, so you go over and you kind of roll the body over. It was laying face down, and you notice a sort of pale human male. Looks to be in his later 20s, early 30s. Kind of short brown hair, and he's wearing these robes, but like clasped around the neck of the robes, you notice the symbol of the Raven Queen. This was one of the scouts. So you kind of, with that investigation check, you kind of pat his body down, and you notice at his side is an obsidian dagger. It's entirely made of obsidian. It looks ceremonial, and the blade sort of has a slight upwards curve, so it's not quite a full crescent, but it's not a perfectly straight blade.
I would like to just pocket it.
Okay.
See, this is what I mean about shinies. You need to find cool shit. That's
Okay.
what I'm about, man.
So go ahead and add obsidian dagger to your.
Sweet. And I'm not trying to do it like sneaky, like I don't want anyone to see it, but it's just like, ooh, I found a thing. Wink. Right? Like Okay, so obsidian dagger. And then I'd be like, well, we found one of the scouts. So we are in the right place, maybe?
Right, so you're at the entrance to the.
Can we really? Are we sure it's one of the scouts?
I mean, he had a Raven Queen clasp on his robe or cloak or whatever. So, yeah.
Right, so you guys are at the entrance to this temple. What would you like to do?
Is like how? So we're at the entrance,
Uh-huh.
and can we see like inside of like further past the entrance, or do we have to like push in through the ruined
So if you go up to
stuff?
the door, it's very dark inside. Who
I have
has
dark vision.
you have dark vision, so you would be
I
able to
have.
see. Um, you would be able to see that inside the entrance is very narrow. There's the door, and then there's like 5 feet, and then there's like a wall in front of you, and the hallway goes off to the left and right.
Okay.
Um, that's about all you can see from where you are.
Okay. Well, I don't see anything right off the bat, which means if we want to
Can I
possibly
do
find
some
out more,
sort
we're
of
gonna have to
magic
go
check?
in.
All right, sorry, you guys talked at the same time. I kind of lost it. What were you both saying?
Go ahead. I think there was possible like magic check that she wanted to do.
Magic. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an Arcana check then, if you want to check for magic.
Hold on, we're just having some issues with the mic. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great.
So I'm assuming this means I'm not seeing anything.
There we go. I can hear you again. Okay, an 8 Arcana check. You yeah, no, you don't see anything. There's no real evidence of magic having happened in the area.
Well,
All right.
shall we go in?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna check for traps.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I don't think I have anything for that, but that's okay. 11.
Looks fine. No
Okay.
traps.
I'm ready to just go right in then.
All right. So you go in and you're met with a wall, kind of also crumbling. And there are hallways to your left and right that go on. You can see with your dark vision very easily, about 15 feet in either direction before both turning away from the entrance.
Okay.
So left or right?
Always left.
All right, you go left, and you quickly find that it didn't matter because they both lead to the same room.
Woo!
So you find, let's see, this is not that room. Okay, so you are in just
Are
kind
we
of like
supposed to be on a different map?
no,
Okay.
because do you want to see what I drew of this temple? It's
I do now.
it's
I didn't before, but I do now.
there's what I have drawn. This is my reference.
Excellent. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Yes, spoilers, but okay. I told you about my awesome Statue of Liberty map. The Statue of Liberty is still the thumbnail. So, you guys are in this first room, and it's almost an antechamber similar to the Raven Queen temple that you guys were in, except much more decrepit. The room's been long cleared of any functional furnishings or anything like that. Um, there's, some of the walls have definitely shown some, they've started to crumble. It's a weirdly empty room. Off to your left and right, there are single doors, and there is a set of double doors right here?
I'll go to the door on the left of the room,
Okay, so
and like, is it special or is it just a door?
it's a door.
Okay, I'm gonna open it.
You open the door and you find what you can only describe as what was probably used to be a storeroom. Um, you see kind of crumbled shelving, you know, rotted wood, um, decaying bits of what was probably food supply.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna like be like, oh, that's not interesting, and turn around and go to the other door.
Okay. So as you open the other door, you find a bedroom.
Ooh.
Um, in this bedroom, there is a bed shoved up against one of the walls. Um, it looks quite old. The sheets are partially decayed and, threadbare and holes in them. And the furnishings are also in a similar state of disrepair. But go ahead and make an investigation check for this room.
Okay.
And anyone who would like to do so can also do it.
Well.
12? Okay.
Yeah, like, because this one I fully walk into, and the other one I just kind of, when I saw what I saw, I was like, that's disinteresting. So, disinteresting, uninteresting.
All right. With that, I will give you this room looks to have been tossed over. Like everything is a mess. The sheets have been torn off the bed and thrown onto the floor. All the drawers have been opened and all their contents emptied. It's quite a mess.
I'd call the other two and be like, hey, someone went through this room. Um, do you want to help me come see if, there's something special about it? And then I'll start just going through.
Eric, you're still muted, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, 5. You see pretty much what Stars saw. Um, this room has been absolutely tossed over.
Um. Hmm.
Are there any markings on the wall?
Uh, in what sense?
I mean, I'm putting a little bit more importance on the room because clearly someone searched through it, so maybe it was important. So I just wanted to know if there was any sort of, like, I don't know, like, carved in, like, murals or runes or words, or, not just like scratches or stuff, but
Make a. Go ahead and make another investigation check. What's your background?
archaeologist.
I'll actually give you advantage on this one.
Sick.
24.
24.
Okay, so you actually notice a couple things now.
Okay.
Above the where the head of the bed would be, there's actually a very faint, faded symbol. And you recognize it. It is kind of a rough-hewn stone almost mask with 3 eyes, 2 in normal position and 1 in the middle of the forehead. And with that roll, I'll actually give you that you recognize this as the symbol of Ayun, the knowing mistress.
Ooh.
Um, so that may give you a hint as to what this temple was. Um, and as you kind of investigate this, you kind of run your hand over it, and as you hit the eye on the center of the forehead, you feel it give way, and you press a hidden button, and underneath the bed you hear a ka-tunk.
I knew it.
So as you investigate underneath the bed, there is a hidden compartment that has popped up, and there's a box that is like still open, and has kind of hastily been shoved back in there. And
So someone's found it before then.
as you pull out the box, you notice a couple things about it. First, there is a relief in this. You open the box, and it is like a soft material in the inside, a soft cloth. Um, and there is a relief in the shape of a slightly curved dagger in that, just in the box, perfectly fitting the obsidian dagger you picked up.
Oh, huh.
Second,
Okay.
as you look at the inside of the lid, you see a rough carving of what looks to be a kneeling humanoid figure holding a knife like downward, like Halloween style, like getting ready to stab something,
Okay.
with one arm across its knee and the other in like stab down position, kind of like near its head.
Hmm. I want to take the box with me.
That was carved on the box?
It was
Yeah, on the the
so
lid of the box
yeah,
on the
so
inside.
it was like not super rough carved, but like when you're trying to carve a weird thing like that, it's not gonna look the best in wood, especially.
Okay.
But yes, it's carved
Unless it's an
directly into the
anatomical
box.
heart.
This is true, unless it's an anatomical heart, and then people can make those very well on the other side of tables. Um, so yes, that's carved into like the underside of the lid of the box.
Weird. I'm all about this. This is
Okay.
fantastic. Yeah. So I
I
definitely want
guess
to take the
I'll-
box with me. Use it like as a reference tool, like as
Okay.
we go further on.
All right. So
Sorry, and I cut you off, Eric.
Oh, that's fine.
so stars, you have put dagger box in your
Yeah,
inventory.
dagger box.
Okay. Opip, you had a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the top room.
Okay. So you push through the double doors, and this room is actually a little more well lit because part of the ceiling is collapsed. So you know what? I put so little thought into this room that I am going to actually make a little bit more of an effort with it right here. This is just for my reference. Where's my rubble that I used? I don't even have it anymore. Damn. You know what? Never mind. I'm not even doing that. Okay. So, there's just some rubble here, and there's light pouring into this room. So this is actually dimly. Actually, no, it's midday. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's dimly lit. You guys are kind of still in the mountains. And what you see before you is an obsidian statue. Um, in a similar position to the carving that Stars just showed you from the box, but it's actually go ahead and make an investigation check. So I can give you
Oh,
maybe more details about
okay.
this.
Not gonna go well. Oh,
That went
better
very
than
well.
expected.
That's good.
So this statue, it's made completely of obsidian, and it's like a young man, kind of long hair. He's leaning over, and you notice that the limbs of this statue are fully articulated, kind of like an action figure. Um, and he's knelt down and has one arm across his knee, and in his right hand, raised toward the sky, is a dagger that is very, very shiny. And since you rolled actually really well on that investigation check, I will give you kind of look on the floor in front of this, and you notice about a 2-inch long slit in the floor right in front of the statue.
Hmm. I call the other two over and I show them.
Hmm.
And I will note that the dagger in his hand, not made of obsidian.
What is it made of?
It is exceptionally shiny. It is made of metal. It is a dagger.
Is it attached to his hand?
It is grasped in his hand. But like I said, this is a fully articulated statue, so if you wanted to like open his hand and take the dagger, you could totally do that.
Oh, like fully even the hands.
Yes, fully articulated. You could make this guy flip anyone who came in here off if you wanted to.
Oh well. Maybe I do want that.
Is it flush against the back wall, or can I walk around it?
It is not flush against the back wall, but the back foot is flush against the wall, so it's kneeling.
Right,
And
okay.
it's one foot is flush against the wall. You could step over it and still get behind it technically, but like it's pretty up against the wall.
Right. I kind of want to just like walk around it and just kind of see it from all sides, more like almost like admiring like this thing that we found. It's awesome.
Okay. Are you investigating anything about it, or are you just going, "Hey, this is awesome"?
Right now, hey, this is awesome.
Okay.
Maybe in a little bit, I'll check it out a little bit more, but for right now, it's just awesome.
All right. So, what do you want to do?
So clearly, like I know, like I have an idea what to do, but my character is real dumb.
I appreciate the candor and reliance on the role play, but we are kind of time limited. So if you know something,
Okay.
go for it.
So I'm gonna try to pose the statue as the thing is carved on the inside of the box.
Okay. So you go
And-
ahead and take the dagger out of his hand, and I suppose flip it upside down.
Yeah.
And you position his arm the same way. Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
I'll make him stab down into the slot.
Okay, you stab the knife down into the slot. Nothing happens.
Do
Here,
I
try
know?
this, and I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
okay, there
like
you go.
toss him the dagger that I found.
Okay.
All right. So I swap them and try again.
Okay.
Oh, wait! Before you do that, like real quick, can I run back to the body and see how he died?
Sure. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. Medicine. 12.
With that, you can see that around the head there's definitely some bruising.
Okay.
But the most egregious wound on his body seems to be to like just under his against his ribs, and it looks as if he was hit by some sort of blast.
Okay.
He was hit by. It looks like his flesh is kind of withered a little bit.
Okay. So after looking at that, I run back into the room and be like, okay, so this might be, well, maybe not a trap, but there was like some sort of magical blast wound. So just be prepared that if you do this, something might happen.
Okay.
Just be
Well,
careful.
I do it carefully.
Okay, so you're swapping the daggers out.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you take the shiny dagger out and put the obsidian dagger in, facing downward in full on Michael Myers position, you feel the statue kind of jitter a little bit, and the arm
I back up.
of its own volition slowly moves down and stabs into the hole, and then twists, and you hear a click from your left, and a secret door opens.
Do 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 do.
Okay. So we go check out the secret door.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All
I'll
right.
definitely gonna leave the dagger in there for now because since it almost like the room was reset and the dude had the dagger. I'm kind of like going off the assumption that maybe he wanted to close the door, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go stealthily.
Okay. If you wish to be stealthy, roll a stealth check.
Okay. And then I suppose I should roll one
This
for
for
wind stealth. Okay.
Okay. Is anyone else going stealthy, or are y'all just clomping along?
I'll stealth.
Stealth. Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Ooh.
Damn, y'all some stealthy.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at stealthy.
And Alpion, if you are also stealthing, might be a good idea to roll a stealth check.
Uh, the PC's having it's a work PC. I
Okay.
don't know. It seems she might be dropping out. We'll see. We'll. Oh, it's okay. Hold on.
Okay. This is kind of why I made the puzzle pretty simple, because I was like, we got fighting to do.
Yeah. Although you should try to find like an actual image of like at all something remotely close. I want to see if we can 3D print it.
Of this
That would be
statue?
yeah, I'd be sick.
Yeah, let's see. Obsidian statue is apparently a Hearthstone card.
Oh.
So that's not helpful. Lots of skulls. Well, now when I'm searching for
Okay.
statues of
Sorry,
obsidian
we're
men.
back.
Okay. I cannot.
I don't know where we were.
Rolling for stealth.
Oh, okay.
For
Stealth roll. Yeah.
which you rolled well. Stephanie rolled well twice. So if you'd like to also remain stealthy,
Does it matter that we're stealthy? Isn't this an empty room or something?
well,
That we know
a
of.
door, a secret door open, and there's a staircase leading down, and so the stealth is if you want to try to make your way sneakily down the staircase. Y'all are very stealthy. You move. You are the knight.
We're not so slouches. Okay, they called on us for a reason.
Okay, so I'm actually going to do a little bit of prep here on this next page because I don't know. Actually, you guys would be able to see the whole thing immediately. So I'm actually just going to move you over. You guys see this, which is so you go down and you have found a giant chamber. Um, the stairs are down here where you just came from. Um, and you see he's not noticed you, but there's an altar at the opposite end of the room with this weird swirling energy as this man holding a staff with his back to you is kind of muttering over it. Now, the room itself is also in a state of disrepair, much like the previous room. Parts of the ceiling have collapsed, and you can actually see incredibly well in this room because you realize as the far wall is also somewhat collapsed, you are right up against the ocean. Like, the ocean is about 40 feet below the room.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So you are basically up on a cliff overlooking the ocean, and you have caught this man unawares.
What's he doing?
He is holding a staff, um, and he is at the altar, and he is kind of like making a slow circle with the staff and muttering words that you can't quite pick up from this distance. I will say, another thing you can see is that here, and here are 3 more dead bodies wearing similar robes to the man you discovered in the entryway.
Okay.
Well, I know what I want to do, but
I'm just
there's
looking through my stuff. I'm
3
not sure.
dead bodies. Like, my question is, do I talk to him, or
Or, uh-oh, can you guys still hear me? Oh no, did my internet go out? That's bad. Oh, it's still there. Okay. You can hear me. Okay, let me leave the call and come right back. Okay, maybe now. No, weird. I'm not even seeing like any of your guys' stuff light up in Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna restart Discord real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, maybe now. There we go.
hello?
I can hear you
I
now.
hear you.
Okay, perfect. That was weird.
Nice.
Okay, so what were you saying? Last I heard was, do I want to talk to him
Or shoot him
or shoot
was the
him?
question. Yeah.
That is completely up to you.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. Go
This is
ahead.
not one of my more carefully built characters.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. Yeah, we doing this.
Oh, you didn't hear my whole thing?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did. I don't know. I don't know about anyone else.
I didn't. I've been gone for a minute because Discord broke for a second. So I haven't heard you in a while. Uh, 25 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 6. Okay.
All of 6.
What's going on? Oh,
So Stephanie has decided to attack the man.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you fire, the arrow hits him in the back of the shoulder, and he roars in pain and spins around, and almost out of instinct sweeps his staff across, and now I get to do fun stuff. Let me move things up, and the 3 corpses that you saw pick up off the ground and begin shambling toward you.
Of course.
I need everyone to roll initiative. And I need to put up a turn counter.
And let's see, because I attacked, I don't get my bonus.
No,
Which...
I'm just considering that an out of combat action. Although if you want to go ahead and take it, go
Well, no,
ahead.
because I think it says like let's see. You react with swift and decisive action when attacked, and it grants me the following benefits, and one of them is advantage on initiative rolls. But because I started it,
you could get advantage on initiative. So
oh, still, even though I started it
yeah,
and I
if you get
wasn't
advantage,
attacked.
if you get advantage on initiative rolls, then
Okay.
then you have an advantage.
If I click advantage and then hit initiative, does that roll twice? Nope. And it doesn't matter because I forgot to click my token. You'd think I've not done this before. So that's one roll and that's the other. So 24 is the highest. Oh, and then I have to click for. Ooh.
Boom.
And then this is. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Initiative is actually only +2, so subtract 3 from that.
Okay, so hold on. You
Sorry
are
about that.
you are 24.
Yeah, I'm a 24.
Okay.
Oh, Pip is a 24, and Wind is 21.
Okay, and Mary Lou, if you want to go ahead and click on your token, so you are the.
Hold on, I'm just a bit confused. So, like, what's going on? Because I said, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot it with a crossbow,"
Oh,
and then it
you're
Oh,
gonna.
that-
happened, and I'm not clear what happened after
So
that.
so
That
you
didn't
saying,
come through.
Yeah, it didn't come through. I didn't hear you say you were shooting it with a
Yeah,
crossbow.
the last thing I heard is that you were like, well, "Don't even worry about it and just shoot him." And then I started talking, and then nothing else happened.
Okay, so if you're shooting him with a
So-
crossbow, actually go ahead and make an attack roll. So we'll go ahead and say that happened before initiative, since it was just it didn't come through. Go ahead and make an attack roll with your crossbow. I am on the wrong layer, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay. Shift and double click.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Bad guys on the initiative order. Zambos. Okay, a 20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage, and you roll damage by clicking where it says light crossbow in chat. 2 piercing damage. Okay, so you hit him, and he loses 2 health. Nice. All right, so now that is out of the way, go ahead and roll initiative, which you do by going to your character sheet and hitting where it says initiative, which is at the top. Nine. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let me.
Does her familiar also get its own?
No, familiars. We'll play
What?
familiars the way we have been, which is.
Okay.
It won't
Just
take
on your turn.
Yeah, it's on your turn.
Okay.
So you're not 11. You should be 24. And Lavender should be 21. There we go. Now, not. We're just scrolling through all of this. There we go. That should be the correct order. Okay, so, Pip, you're up. Probably unmute before you take your turn.
Yeah,
There we
yep,
go.
yep,
Okay.
yep, yep. I'm gonna start with. No, that's not a long range attack. Oh, I know. Silence. Is that only around me or targeted?
Just a moment. We have battle music.
A point you choose within range. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So I'm gonna cast silence on him.
Okay, that's a saving throw, I assume.
It doesn't say in the spell card.
Well, let me look real quick then. Silence.
I think
For
it's
the
just you can't
duration?
cast a spell with a verbal component.
Okay. Okay, so it is a 20-foot radius sphere centered where?
On him.
On him? Okay. So I am just going to draw, let's see, center, so 20 feet on him.
Oh, yeah, that reaches.
I need to figure out a way to turn. There we go. And if you want to turn the music up or down, it's in the settings. Okay. So on him, and figure out how to draw things. Draw shape. We'll just go ahead and do this because I'm lazy.
Good enough.
Okay, there we go. That's the radius.
Okay,
Good enough.
so yeah, no verbal component in that range.
Okay. All right. Well done. Is that your turn? Do you have anything you want to do on bonus action? Oh, Stephanie lost internet. Not fantastic.
Sorry?
Stephanie lost internet. Is there anything you want to do for a bonus
Oh.
action or?
No, I might move one square, I guess. But otherwise, I'm going to stay at range.
Okay. Which means it's Stephanie's turn twice, unfortunately. Because her internet's down.
Didn't she just get it fixed?
Yeah, she said her modem is acting up.
Oh,
I
okay.
just typed to her, okay, text D&D, what do you want to do? And she's now offline. So I might go ahead and take her turn for her. Which...
Okay.
Her favorite... Okay. So she's just going to, I believe... Do rangers get an extra attack at this level? No, they don't. But she does gain a +2. Okay. So she's going to shoot at him with her longbow. Which she 20, which hits 12 piercing damage. Holy shit. And then okay, that's what it was going to do in her turn. Okay, we'll get there in a moment. Oh, I probably should have Hunter's marked. Oh well. I will Hunter's mark after the fact, I suppose, because I forgot. So she'll use Hunter's mark. She did 12 damage to him. This guy already looking not fantastic. He already didn't look great. I'll just... Okay, hold on. Hey, you're back. No, you're not. Yes, you are. Maybe.
Maybe?
There we go. You're back.
I'm on my phone. I don't have internet yet.
Okay.
I figured this would be faster than typing, though.
Yes. Okay. So I shot him for you.
Okay.
And is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn? Because I kind of forgot about Hunter's Mark, but
That's okay, because I think I was probably not going to do Hunter's Mark first. So I guess let's see. I've forgotten my spells. Probably I have to read what Zephyr Strike does.
Zephyr Strike.
Um,
Until your spell ends, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn, and you'll get an extra DH.
and so I would probably save that for next turn. So I think for right now, I'm just going to just leave it at that. And I don't think I get 2 attacks.
I don't think so. I think Rangers get
So
extra attack late.
yeah, so I think that's good for now.
Okay, do you want to move?
Maybe just to like the right a couple of squares. I'm probably gonna stay far back, so.
All right, and then it is Lavender on the Wind's turn.
Okay. I guess I would just have Wind just run up to actually the zombie on that was on the right. I don't know if it still is.
It is. It hasn't moved.
Okay. And
Wind can get there pretty easy.
do a. Let's see. If the panther moves, so if the panther moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn,
Okay.
then it has to succeed on a DC 12 strength. So I guess I'll just claw attack.
Okay,
I'll try to claw attack.
21 will hit, and it'll need to make a strength save. Or I'll go ahead and roll damage on that claw, so that's 8.
Back up.
And a strength save from the zombie.
Yeah, and if the DC is correct, then it's a DC 12.
13, so it manages to stay up.
Okay. And then that all would be all Wind does. And I think I have internet back, so I'm gonna try to get back in.
Okay. So it is the.
I'm gonna hang up real quick and then get back on my other headset.
So it is the Wizard Man's turn, and he is going to move out of the radius of
Didn't get
silence.
a turn.
You're next.
You're next. So you see on the initiative order here, he rolled a 10, you rolled a 9, so you're next up after him.
Okay.
You move, and then the zombies move, and then we'll be back to the top of the turn order.
Okay.
So he is going to move out of the radius of that, and he is going to swing his staff and attempt intelligence check. That's edit token. I have his character sheet up. Well, you have to juggle a lot of character sheets when you're DMing. I feel for Alex. Okay, so he fails badly. So that's his action. On his bonus action, he is going to have anything this action? Action. I don't think he has anything he can do on a bonus action. So he is just going to back up a little bit, I think. And that will be his turn because he messed up pretty bad. Okay, now it is your turn, Epion. What would you like to do? Also, make sure I suppose you're using push to talk, so. I'm not hearing you come through. Wait, I heard something for a second.
I guess I'm Eldritch blasting it.
Okay, which are you Eldritch blasting? At your level, I believe you get 2 Eldritch blasts, which you can have against one target or different targets.
So,
I heard Eric for a second.
spell sheet?
Uh, you're breaking up quite a bit. Okay, I heard something about spell sheets. Let's look here. Okay, Eldritch Blast. I don't think it's marked as an attack here. Output attack.
What
There we
is
go.
going on?
Okay, so Eldritch Blast is 1d10 force. D10 force, spellcasting ability spell. Okay, so now if you click Eldritch Blast, it should come out as an attack. So go ahead and click Eldritch Blast on your sheet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because my sound was cutting off hardcore, and I wasn't sure if I was coming through.
I can hear you now. It was kind of cutting out. But...
Okay. Okay.
So.
Okay. You set it up on the sheet?
I believe so.
Scroll up just a bit.
It should. Yeah, it's in the attack section now. +7 1d10 force. It's
Here.
underneath dagger.
Well, that's if they're on the core page, because you can also cast it from
Yeah.
the spell page. So.
Okay, Eldritch Blast. 9 to hit does not hit, but you get one more because you are above. Is it 4th or 5th level?
5th level.
5th level. Okay, so make one more attack. Eldritch Blast
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, you can do it again.
Okay, 18 will hit. So which thing were you targeting? I also haven't heard Mary Lou come through in a bit, so. Which guy? Or you kind of cut out there?
She's shooting the guy.
The guy? Okay, so
all the
that
way
will
up
hit.
there.
Go ahead and roll damage. Four. Okay, perfect. Not have for 200 damage. Health. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn? Are you going to move Dumpling anywhere?
Can Dumpling do anything about this?
Dumpling on his own can't because he's a familiar, but if you cast touch range spells, he can deliver those for you. And also
What? If I what?
So there are spells that have range of like touch. If you want to, you could have Dumpling go out and touch the thing for you, and you can cast them through Dumpling. Otherwise, Dumpling is not going to have a lot of combat utility.
No, I guess Dumpling's busy cowarding in the back. So
Okay.
Dumpling's.
And would you like to move anywhere? You have, let's see, you have 30 feet of speed. So that's 6 squares in any direction if you want to, or up to.
Dumpling's going back in the stairs. He's ready to get out of here. There, first sign of trouble.
Okay. And you yourself, are you doing anything? Or moving, I mean?
No.
Okay, cool. So that is the end of your turn. So now it is the zombie's turn. The zombie that is all up in Wind's face is going to make a slam attack at Wind. 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that is 7 bludgeoning damage to your good panther.
Which has no health because that's the thing I forgot to do.
Go ahead and roll that up real quick then.
Yeah, because I think the thing was I couldn't figure out how, like, where it started.
It starts at the panther's base health, which I think is 12 or 13 or something like that.
Let's see. Let's look at it. Panther.
And then I think you level up 4 times from that, so 4 hit dice plus con.
Okay. So let's see. Actions, attributes, hit points are 3d8 or 13. So I'll just go with 13. Sorry about that. Totally forgot. I'll write down how much you said. 7.
Yes, 7.
Okay.
Zombie is going to This zombie can just make it up to our good friend Opip. And he is going to make a slam attack himself against the bard. That is 19 to hit. It's
That definitely hits me.
okay. For 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And-
just roll the hit dice real quick for
Go for it.
wind. How many times? 4?
Yes.
Okay.
This one is going to come up and attack. Apion? Yeah. So that is a slam attack, which is going to be a natural 1. Does not hit. And that is that zombie's turn. Okay, so now we are back to the top of the order.
Okay. So, do the hit dice 1 rule also work for
Yeah.
wind?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to double check. Okay. So, let's. Okay. So health is all figured out. Okay. So for my turn, I want to.
It's Eric's turn first.
Oh, sorry. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the next one. Go ahead. I'm just so excited.
I get it. All right, Eric, you up?
Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay. I sort of want a polymorph one.
Okay. Which one are you polymorphing, and what are you polymorphing him into?
That's a good question. I'm gonna polymorph the one right next to me,
Okay.
and I would like to turn him into a a tiny frog.
That we could squish with our.
A tiny
Yeah.
frog. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is a concentration, so silence will drop.
Oh, okay. Well, the dude's out of the circle anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna him so I don't accidentally delete him. Okay.
That would be fine.
Okay. So that is what, a wisdom saving throw? This gonna
Yeah.
go real well for this zombie. That's a 6, so it's a frog now?
I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to apply something to this to let us know he's a frog. What is the most frog-like thing here? You know what? It'll just have to be a snail. He's a snail. Okay, so
As long as it's tiny and can easily be squished, it's fine.
you could
Oh,
easily squish a snail
Yeah. Well, that's what we'll do then.
or a frog. You could easily do both. Okay, so anything else you want to do on your turn?
Squish the snail.
can I squish it?
You technically could. Go ahead and make an unarmed attack roll, I suppose, unless you're hitting it with a weapon.
Oh, what do I have? A rapier. I'm gonna shish kebab it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. 11.
If I missed that frog.
Let's see. Let's
It is tiny now.
look at frog. Frog. What is how many? Its AC is 11. So you hit.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll damage. 4. Okay. So what happens is you turn this zombie into a frog, and then you stab it with your rapier, and the zombie immediately reappears.
Oh shit. That's
So wait, it reappears like at the end of the dagger, or a new one forms?
So what happens when you polymorph something is it assumes the hit points of whatever you put it in, which is a frog, which has 1 hit point. And then when you damage it, it goes down from the hit points there and then reassumes its normal form and then takes the rest of the damage. So really what you did was you just kind of gave it a 1 HP buffer.
Oh, I see.
All right, so that'll be your turn. Okay, Stars, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to cast Spike Growth.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out if I cast it from here, does it hit? Oh, I don't want to hit them though. I want to do it so that it doesn't hit obviously my party members, which means I could probably only get
On their turn.
this guy.
You could get if you could set up a radius to hit the two zombies there. You probably couldn't get all three without hitting someone, but
Okay. So then, yeah, I would just try to like edge it so that it's 20 feet in, you know.
okay. So it's 20-foot radius, so it's the same radius as a fireball. So I know what that looks like pretty well. You'd pretty much cover
Like a
like this
quarter-
whole section of the
Yeah.
room. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So-
Spike Growth.
So don't
So-
go in there.
Okay.
At least my party
so
members. You
so
can
I'm-
go in there with your mobs.
I'm just gonna draw freehand. We're gonna make this green, and we're just gonna go.
Make sure it's on the right layer. That's lovely.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. So that's
so
some
good enough.
spiky shit.
It's actually we're actually just gonna do that to show where it ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does it take damage right this second? Or let's see, when a
it's-
creature moves into or within.
I don't know that it takes damage immediately,
Okay.
but yeah, that's that.
Okay. And then I'm gonna mark myself with this so I remember I'm concentrating on a spell.
Okay. And bonus action, anything you want to do?
I don't know. I don't think there's why I have. Oh, I was gonna say I have no spells. I clicked on the wrong person. I don't think there's anything else I can do. So I think all I'll do is move a little bit further this way.
All right. Now it is Wynn's turn.
Okay. And she's just going to continue to attack
All right.
the zombie in front of her
Go ahead and roll.
with a claw.
21 will hit.
Oh snap! 9.
9 points of damage. Well done. This zombie's starting to look a little haggard. All right. Anything lavender or anything Wind is going to do? Oh, lavender.
I know I made it so hard. Nope.
Okay, so Mr. McBad guy up here.
Mr. McBad guy. That's right.
That was my placeholder name, and I'm sticking with it. Damn it. He is going to turn to the altar. He's actually going to rush back up to the altar, and he'll just be like, "Come on," and attempt to complete this ritual. Let's see. That'll do it. So, as he swings his staff back over, you see a flash of this sickly green energy, and coming from this weird swirling force that has been on top of this altar appears a weird tentacly sort of creature. It looks sort of decayed. It doesn't look very healthy. It has one eye, a big mouth, and like four stalks with eyes at the end of them. And that is the end of his turn. So, Afion, your turn.
Okay, so Dumpling is in the back of the room. He looks at me. He feels sad because he left me behind like an asshole. So I wink at him, and he winks back at me because he's a dragon and he can wink. Shit. No, cat, go away, go away. No pettings right now. And we start circling the zombie that's right to my left, like we did when we watched the camp, but this time we're circling inwards, facing the thing, both on
Okay.
each side.
All right. So what are you are you moving?
I just sort of, while the dragon attacks from the back of the neck, I just plunge whatever pointy metal throat.
Okay, so go ahead and make a dagger attack then, I suppose. You have a dagger, right? I believe. So yeah,
Do I
go
have
ahead.
a dagger?
Yeah, you have a dagger on your character sheet.
Okay, I see it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. So I should just click on dagger?
Yes.
If it's in the attacks and spellcasting area, then it should attack. If it's just in your inventory, that won't work unless you click the button and mark it as equipped.
And the dagger is equipped, so it's just
Hmm.
you click where it says dagger between light crossbow and eldritch blast
Yeah,
right by your
no.
hit dice.
Oh, okay, got it. I guess, I think.
Okay.
Nope. So the
8
first one's the right one.
Okay, so
Do nothing.
yeah, 8 will not hit. Okay. I don't actually
But
think
even with my familiar, like pulling it back, and oh man. Okay.
So yeah, unless you want to move, that's your turn. Zombies are up again, and they are going to make slam attacks again. So the first one is on wind. That is 13 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. Okay. Next one is on OPIP. That zombie, that's 15 to hit.
Yep.
Yep, hits. Okay, that deals 4 damage. And the final one is going to be on Afpion. That is 8 to hit, which I believe misses. And that's what the zombies are doing on this turn. Okay, OPIP, back to the top of the order. Oh, I need to roll initiative for this sucker.
Okay. If
Now we're back.
Thunder Wave would probably, I think that hits friendly targets too, huh? Yeah, each
Yes, it
creature.
does.
Okay.
Oops, nope,
So-
didn't mean to do that.
Not
Descending
gonna
order.
use Thunder Wave.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery on the
Okay.
zombie.
What do you say to this zombie?
I don't think I really have to say much considering it's a zombie, but I'll go for it. Hey, you're a stupid, dead brain eater, and I bet your mom didn't love you.
All right. What saving throw is that?
Losing sound.
Vicious.
Are they talking? I can't hear
I have
anything.
no clue what's going on.
Can
Wonder
you
if
not
this
hear?
has-
They're
Problems.
disconnected.
Okay. Well, Vicious Mockery is a Wisdom saving throw, so Wisdom save. That's a 7, so it fails. So go ahead and roll damage on that. Okay, so it takes 2 psychic damage, as you have hurt this zombie. This zombie is very sad that his mom does not love him. And that gives him disadvantage on his next attack roll, right?
Yep, on his next attack.
Okay, well, I need to put something for disadvantage, which is going to be, it's going to be this little heart that's in chains because he's worried about his mom and her love now. So Stars, you're up.
Okay. Well, that clearly didn't do what I wanted it to do, so I'm going to. What do I want to do? I'll drop the spike growth
Okay.
so that I can cast Hail of Thorns.
All right.
And then at this dude.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
And it's DC 14, not 11.
Okay. So you still need to make an attack roll as well.
Oh, right. And not advantage.
Natural 20.
Crit.
Okay.
I crit it.
All right. So roll damage for that,
Okay.
and then go ahead and roll another D10.
10.
Holy shit. Okay, so 15 damage. I need to look at the spell card for Hail of Thorns real quick, so I know
Yeah,
that if
I
the
forgot that I didn't put it out as
Fine.
like the stuff. So I believe
and each
both
creature
of them.
in 5 feet. Okay, so
Yes.
Dex save, or they take the.
Or take half.
Okay, so Mr. McBad guy needs to make a Dex save. That is an 8, which does not, so he takes another 15 points. And then the Beholder zombie, Dex, that is 18.
Yeah, he saves.
Okay, so
So
he takes
drops
8 points.
5?
You
Well,
rolled, you double all dice on a crit, so you
oh,
did
and I did have
15.
to roll that.
So
Sick.
so he takes 8, so that is an additional, let's see, 5. Holy shit. So Mr. McBad guy drops dead on the ground where he stands from that. Nice roll.
I love crits. They're so good. And I rolled
Well
max damage on the
done.
D10.
Well done. Where are the symbols? There we go. He's dead. Okay, this guy takes 8 damage. So, okay, well done. All right,
That's my turn.
that's your turn. Wind is up.
Okay, I'm gonna have wind. Oh man, I forget that like coordinated attack has to work on my turn, but that's okay. I'm gonna have I'm gonna do it now.
Okay,
I'm
go
gonna
for it.
call him Lavender. Just claw the zombie, but just from this side.
Okay, go for it. 17 will hit.
7.
7 damage. This zombie looks like it is on the brink of death.
And that's the turn.
Okay, that's the turn. The Beholder zombie is up now. I gotta refamiliarize with what it does. So it's pretty dumb. So it's just gonna go toward the closest thing. It's going to float 20 feet in this direction, or the closest thing it can see. Here, I am going to roll. Actually, I'm going to roll. Yeah, I'll roll it.
Screw this dude.
2, okay. So that is. Okay, and Now I need to roll 1d4. 1. So it is actually going to go on to Wind. I need Wind to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, and Beast Defense, because it can see me, it has advantage on all saving throws.
All right, fantastic. Roll with advantage.
And Wisdom, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
11. So you see Wind kind of cower a little bit. Wind is currently afraid.
Okay.
So we're gonna. What is the scariest thing on here? I guess we'll do this. This is afraid. That's scary.
Okay.
Okay, so Wind is currently afraid. That is the Beholder Zombie's turn. Mr. McBad Guy needs to be removed from the order, so boop. Goodbye. Zombies' turns. Zombie in front of Wind is going to make a slam attack. They're all just going to make slam attacks. It's going to go the same order as always. I accidentally closed their character sheets. Good job, Ryan. You're doing it. You're really doing it. Okay. Slam attack on Wind. That is 6 to hit. That will not hit.
No.
No fucking way. On the Bard, that is 9 to hit, which I believe misses.
Good job, zombies.
Zombies are doing it up. And on our wonderful Warlock, also a 5 to hit. So all these zombies are scrub-ass busters this round. And that is what they are doing. Afpion, your turn. You're up. Also, your voice is not coming through if you're trying to talk.
I guess I'm casting Eldritch Blast. Is that a possessive?
Yes.
I
Oh,
can't speak.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah. Okay. So at the
On
one
a
near
zombie
you.
to my left.
Okay. That is. Oh, geez, I did a dumb. Oh well. Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. I'm dumb, so this might just kill. 9 force damage is going to kill that zombie. Well done. Just delete. You're gone. Okay.
Oh, that
Yep.
was the one that had the token, so don't forget to put it back in the turn order.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Damn. I'll undo then. Do. And he didn't get back in the turn order. What was their initiative? It was like
9,
10.
I believe.
It was 10. Because it was one ahead of Afpion, I think. Or no, it wasn't.
I think they were both
Yeah,
9, but
okay,
they were
9.
still rolling first, yeah.
So go ahead.
And she can still use her second blast, right, on something else?
Yeah, you can totally Eldritch Blast again.
I'll attack the other zombie.
Go for it. Uh, 8 will not hit. So this you send out your hand, you send out a beam, and it just goes well wide. This guy is done. Okay. All right. So that is your turn. Opip was ahead because it was a natural 20, and I'm giving him the advantage on that. So Eric, you're
My
up.
tiny dragon doesn't get a turn? No?
I mean, he can, but like, he's a familiar, and familiars are really useful in like spell casting instances. He doesn't get to attack himself. So if you
No,
want
he can't use like his natural gift of claws and teeth. I
Nope,
don't know. I
he-
figured he could.
yeah, as a familiar, he can't attack. What pseudo dragons are really good at is they can telepathically speak with anyone you wish them to. So if you wanted to send quiet messages, that would be a very good way of doing it.
And then unless you had touch spells, that would be the only way to use that familiar in combat.
Or what I do is I cast Dragon's Breath into my cat. And
Wait, don't
Oh,
I
yes,
have like
but
a
not everyone
magic
gets that.
hand grabbing things for me up to 10 pounds or something?
you can use Mage Hand, but that's an action. You've already used your action to Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Alright, so Opip, you're up.
Okay. At this point, I have a lot of spells, but they're mostly not useful in this situation. Can't really fear these guys, huh? Can you fear?
Can you fear a zombie? That is something you can definitely find out if you want to try.
No. I'm gonna risk it. I'm just gonna try attack off my rapier, the one next to me.
Go for it. 12 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 5, and that will knock this zombie out as well.
Okay.
Well done. Alright, anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm just gonna move. Jeez. Here.
Alright. That's your turn. Stars, you're up.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So the Hail of Thorns effect thing technically just wears off.
Yeah, I think it's until you attack once, which I think it's only a
Yeah,
concentration
it's
'cause you can
weird
hold it,
wording.
so
Oops, I forgot to mark that spell down. So I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on
alright,
on this.
Hunter's Mark, and we are just going to make that a little red dot. He is Hunter's Marked.
Okay. So I cast that. And that is my bonus action.
Alright.
And then for my action, I'm just going to shoot it. Now, would I know what type of creature this is?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check, just a straight intelligence check.
Okay. 11.
11. You would classify this creature as undead.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to just shoot it.
Alright, shoot him.
With a 1.
Will not hit.
With a 1.
Your arrow.
Yeah.
You go to shoot, and your arrow finds a nice little hole in the wall and just flies out to sea.
Well, that's unfortunate. So I also have the coordinated attack.
Okay.
When I use the attack action on my turn, if my companion can see me, it can use its reaction to make a melee attack.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that at disadvantage because it's afraid. Apparently.
Okay. Disadvantage. Oh my god, another one!
It's the most half-assed claw you've ever seen out of your panther. It's just like, it almost looks like it's asking for attention. Just a little.
Ah,
All right, so that
we're gonna have a talking to later.
All right, so that is your turn. It is Wynn's turn now.
And still the same disadvantage then, right? Because it's still does it have to make?
Let me double check when that saving throw happens. At the
I would
end of
imagine
this
at the
turn.
end.
So yeah.
Okay. So then disadvantage just gonna claw the zombie.
All right. 20. Absolutely hit.
Okay. And for 6.
6 slashing damage, and that'll do it. The zombie
Yes!
falls to the floor. Absolutely done.
Okay, and then do I have to also like I can't move towards the thing that feared me, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm actually going to move I'm trying to find the thing. I'm gonna move like 15 feet actually away from it, back towards me.
Okay. And then go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom.
And it's at advantage because
It can see
it
me.
can see you.
Oh my god, 8.
Will not do it. Okay, so
Yeah.
still afraid.
Okay.
The Beholder zombie, I'm going to go ahead and Is it GMR to hide the rolls? I think. Like that.
Maybe.
I'm rolling eye beams. What it doesn't really matter. No, we're just gonna roll. So D4. 3, okay, that's an interesting one. And on 2, so that one's actually going towards stars. Okay, so stars, I
Just
need
full
you
of luck.
to make, let's see, I hit 3, a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. 13.
Ooh, it just misses. Okay. So
I'm really gonna laugh if I turn to ash, by the way.
you take 21 necrotic damage.
Holy balls. Okay.
As this like weird gray energy reaches out and hits you right in the chest. Okay.
Alright.
The zombies are all dead, so Aftion, you are up.
Okay, I have a question.
All right.
So the altar where the blue swirly thing is,
Right.
does it have any partie amovible? What's it called? Movable parts?
No, it's just kind of a stone slab. And I should mention that once the beholder zombie came through, all that energy disappeared. So it is just an inert stone slab at this point. I guess I could.
Okay, that's
I just
disappointing.
okay.
I really don't know what I could do to kill that thing. I don't think I have anything.
Well,
Can I skip?
You can totally skip, but you have tools to hit it. You have your weapons, you have Eldritch Blast, you do have 2 spells that you can cast at any point if you want to. So any of the spells that you have on your list, you can cast at 4th level, and you can only do that 2 times per day, or 2 times per short rest.
And unless you're extremely lucky, nothing's gonna one-shot most things. So just whittling it down with all the stuff you have.
So if like the warlock's kind of bread and butter in combat is Eldritch Blast because it's a pretty strong cantrip.
Well, can I induce fear to this thing? I have a spell that's called Cost Fear. So
you could.
I'd like to make it scared of us.
Certainly try.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah. So let's see. What does Cause Fear say? Cause fear. The target must see on a Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you. Okay. So
Cool.
it's going to make a Wisdom save. That is a 1. So this thing, not natural, just a regular 1.
Oh, darn.
So this thing is now frightened, which I can't remember which this was frightened. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is now scared of you. So well done. Okay, I don't think you have anything you can do on a bonus action on your turn. If you'd like to move, you can do so. Also, I'm amazed that Beholder zombies are not immune to fear.
Right? Because I know what this creature is, but my character doesn't.
Okay, so it is afraid. Would you like to move anywhere? Not, that's fine. And it will be Eric's turn.
Okay. What do I have for ranged? Oh, my. You know how to fix when your sheet is not scrolling properly anymore?
Close it,
Maybe
reopen.
just, close and reopen.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Oh, it's not holding anything metal. Okay, never mind.
And remember, you
work.
have Bardic Inspiration. Like, that's something you could totally be doing.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Like, you have 4 of them, I think, at this level.
I know. I've just there's so many options on this dude.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Bard is a
yeah.
hard class to jump into at level 7. That's a D8.
Yeah, I'm. I don't know. Did I even pick up? I didn't pick up a crossbow, for fuck's sake.
I mean, technically, you have a dagger. Daggers are thrown weapons.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw the dagger at it. Um. Okay, I'm just gonna use vicious mockery against it again.
All right. What do you say to mock this zombie beholder?
I'm gonna tell it. Oh, jeez, I don't know what to tell this thing. I tell it it's adopted.
That can cut deep. That is a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yeah, DC 15.
And he rolled a 14, so go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Man, your words are just hurting today.
All right, so that's 4 psychic damage. As this poor guy is also worried about his parents.
I'm sorry. Earlier I was listening to explanations because I was trying to figure out what was going on. So did I scare it or not?
You did scare it.
So did that do anything, or it's just like his poor emotions?
So it's frightened of you, which means that any attack roll it does is at disadvantage while it can see you, and it can't move toward you.
But not my companions, which was the goal. So I failed.
Technically,
Well, but we could always move towards you, and then it can't move.
Also, so it cannot move any closer to you. So if your companions are closer to you than it is, it can't move toward them. So
Yeah.
already lost damage. So it didn't save its hit point total, but I had to remember how much your Hail of Thorns did. Okay,
A lot.
did 8.
All of it.
I remember. Okay. Okay, so it is now at disadvantage on its next attack, so well done. Anything you want to do with your bonus action, Eric?
No.
Nope. Okay.
I don't think I have. Do I have a bonus action?
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
Oh, Bardic Inspiration. There's so much text to read on it.
Basically, you get to do something inspiring, and it gives an extra die that can be used on like attack rolls and shit to your allies.
To one ally
Bards
at
are
a time.
bards are amazing support characters.
Okay. Sure. I will inspire our warlock here.
All right. So what do you do to
And-
inspire our warlock here?
All right. I'm gonna tell how great a job they're doing.
All right. So you gain a D8 that you can add on to any attack roll or saving throw, I believe. So
What
well
does that mean?
okay, so
That's always my question. What does anything mean?
so he inspired you, and as a bard he can grant an extra die. So when you go to roll for an attack and you don't like it, or when you roll for a saving throw or something and you think the number's too low, he's giving
Okay,
you
what's the saving throw?
so like what the beholder did when you tried to fear it, he had to make a saving throw to see if it affected him. So for those, Eric has given you the ability to add an extra 8-sided die onto the top of your roll if you want to.
Okay.
Which is why bards are awesome, because bardic inspiration is amazing. Also, they're
He
super powerful
carries
spellcasters.
bagpipes and drums into battles. This is not a smart bard we're getting.
I mean,
Bagpipes and a drum
if it works, stars, you are up.
and a drum. worst possible instruments.
All right, Stars, your turn.
Okay. I am going to first move just, this way a little bit.
All right.
And then we're just going to straight on shoot the beholder.
All right. Shoot him.
Would help if I had my sheet up. Let's see. Another natural 20.
I don't think that hits.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Go
I don't
ahead.
care then. Then it's dead because I killed.
All right, go ahead
Okay.
and roll damage.
So that plus
15.
Hunter's Mark
Plus Hunter's Mark, and you go ahead and
for
double.
1.
You go
so
ahead
2.
and double Hunter's Mark damage because that is also a die roll. So if. Okay, cool. So 2.
Yeah.
So that is 17 damage total.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, that is. Okay. Nice hit. Well done. Okay, anything else you're doing on your turn? No?
Yes, bonus action. Well, I'm not sure if that's the rules you use, but is a bonus action to drink a potion myself?
Yes, drinking a potion yourself is a bonus action.
Okay, I want to drink one of the potions we have, the lesser one, whichever one that is. Is that
Go for it.
2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay,
Nice.
for 9
Good roll.
hit points.
All right, so you heal back up. It is now Wynn's turn.
Man, it sucks that I go like back to back. Okay, so still frightened, right?
Yes.
So I can't move closer, but can I move sideways?
You can move laterally, yes.
Okay, so crap, I don't remember speed. Oh wow, yeah, she fast.
Cancers are fast.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. Like, I guess we'll go there.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna move. She's gonna run that way, and that's her whole turn.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom 17.
And that saves.
Yes,
So,
finally.
No longer frightened. Goodbye, skull
Okay.
and crossbones. Okay. Beholder zombie is up. I'm actually going to roll a d2. 2. Okay, so it is an IRA. The beholder zombie is frightened and it's not sure what to do with that, so it's actually going to float 20 feet backwards to there. And then we're going to start with the whole eye beam thing. So
I hate I-beams. I hate beholders.
3. Okay, so 4. On 1, so it is. Wait, oops. Why does it have 2 of these?
I don't know.
Okay, so that's actually going back toward Wind. So Wind needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, still at advantage.
Still at advantage, yes.
What?
Ooh.
Come on.
Very good roll for you, though. That is 11 necrotic damage. Holy
Yeah.
shit, 3 ones.
Oof. Okay.
And that is the Beholder Zombie's turn. Afpion, you are up. I'm not hearing you if you're saying anything.
I want to use banishment.
Banishment. Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see what banishment does.
I don't know, but that thing, I think I read that thing has to roll charisma, and it doesn't look like it has a lot of charisma. So
Charisma saving throw. You're right. Okay. That's edit token. I need to open its character sheet again, which is over here. Why did it become so small? What is this? Okay. Charisma. This is going to be fantastic. 13. Does that hit your spell save DC? Let's see. It probably no, it does not. So, interesting. So, It. You watch as this beholder blinks out of existence.
Whoopie-doo.
Okay.
And it is gone for the time
Just-
being.
Okay.
Mhm.
How does this work for coming back? Until the
I'm
spell
Is it
ends.
native to a
assuming-
never plane?
Up to technically, I guess. Does it? Okay.
It might just be gone then.
Yeah, I killed the monster, or it's someone else's problem now. So.
Well, it remains.
I'm assuming Hunter's Mark drops because it's completely not on this plane anymore.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Alright, so can I loot
Hold on.
something from the puddle of plasma that it left behind?
Hold on, I'm reading the spell. You tend to one
Well, it's
creature
not
with another plane's
dead,
existence.
so I don't know if
Target
there
must
is
succeed on
anything
a
left
saving
behind.
throw or be banished if the target is native to the plane.
Why would it not be gone, though?
It depends if it's from another plane of existence or not.
See, I don't think you permanently banish it to a plane, even if it's from another thing. I don't know.
Really? It says it doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. What it says is, if the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane, and if it's native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, it's banished to its home plane. But you can only concentrate on the spell for up to a minute, so I think it's banished for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after that it says otherwise the target doesn't return.
If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the face. Otherwise, the target doesn't return. So I've got to make 10 charisma saving throws now, I think. So let's
10?
see. Target is native to a planet. Yeah, so... Wait, does it? Remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target... Native to follow the target is... The target remains... I actually... Huh. It doesn't say I
I
get to
killed it.
repeat the saving throw.
I'm looting.
I think you did it. I think you
I'm
just banished
looting!
it.
Well,
I'm picking shit up. What is there? Can I roll like?
so I think why it says if the spell ends before the minute has passed
Uh-huh.
is, let's say there's like the zombies were still alive and she lost concentration,
Yeah.
it would have popped back out. But because
Well,
there's,
there's nothing
else,
left.
she can just sit and concentrate for a whole minute, and just like force
Wow.
of brain powers, just poof.
That was spectacular. I
All
huh.
right.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You just banished this zombie beholder
Alright.
to the far realms.
And I also want to roll perception because it's really important for me to loot right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
anyone
we
make a
need
perception
shinies.
check. Let's go.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, so
Shinies,
take
not
10.
necessarily to help people.
Okay.
Um.
Hold on. That was something.
Don't you love D&D?
That was unexpected. That was brilliant. Holy shit.
I love the unexpected.
Holy shit. Okay. So I will let's do this. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so you guys banish this zombie beholder. And
Hell yeah!
so with his perception checks, let's see. A 10, 23 and an 18. Okay, so Afpion, you go through and you manage to, from the bodies of the Raven Queen scouts, collect 61 gold and 142 silver between the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really
Yeah.
find much else. They have basic daggers, each of them. Opip, you also you go search the. Let's see, which do I want to give you? Because you didn't have the highest. Okay, so I think you will get what was around the altar, which is a further 82 gold and
All right.
71 silver. Um, and I got the highest roll, so I'm actually going to give geez, how much? Okay, so between you and Stars, you both managed to actually find, I'll say, 250 gold in the room. And then searching the body, like the beholder didn't leave anything behind. You just straight up banished it. That thing didn't die. But you go up and search the body of Mr. McBad guy, and the first thing you notice is his staff. His staff is made of an old, like, dark gnarled wood with kind of a clawed tip at the top, and in that you see suspended in the middle a tiny rotating piece of a black something. You're not quite sure what it is. So that's his staff. On him, you also find a symbol of a an entity that has two curled horns coming off the side of its head. Um, and let's see, I need to roll one more loot thing, which I need to roll a 10. Two. You also find a scroll hidden inside his robe.
What's on the scroll?
If you'd like to make, can you identify?
Oh, no, I can't.
Okay. You know that it is arcane in nature.
Cool.
All right. So, um, I know that it's running a little late. Stephanie needs to end, which is fine. So long story short, I will say if you guys want to, you can go back to the Temple of the Raven Queen and show them the staff and tell them what happened to their people. In which case you will receive the rest of your gold.
Well, of course.
Sure.
Is there a bonus for like bringing back the dead bodies of the scouts to their families or something? I feel like they would pay us for their remains,
You can certainly do so if you like.
but I will need help carrying 3 bodies.
Oh
We do
man,
have
I have horses. Yeah,
Right.
Okay,
you
so
can use the
you
horses.
So
you
we're
can-
ransoming dead bodies. Let's go.
okay, so you pack mule 4 robed figures of the Raven Queen back into the capital city of Amman. I'm sure you have a hell of a time explaining what's happening to the guards.
Well, the princess
Well, no,
sent me
look,
on
we'll
an
just
official
flash. We'll
mission.
just flash the class. Be like, nah. We're bringing them home.
Yeah.
Go ahead and anyone who wants to make a persuasion check.
Oh, me.
Oh.
I have some super like lying things going on. Character. I built it more social.
All right,
So-
go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Should I?
Yeah.
Is that good?
The guards look a little weirded out, but they're like, "Oh, all right. Go on then, I suppose."
Thank you, good guard.
Uh, sure. And he looks weirded out. But you managed to
Anything
make
to
your.
make a buck.
Oh, can I say before we left that I try to take the dagger back? The
Sure.
obsidian dagger.
Okay, so Eric, do you still have the other dagger?
Yeah, I never added it to my sheet, but
Yeah,
I never.
go ahead
dropped
and
it.
add that. That was also loot, technically.
I mean, there
Okay.
were. You said that the other people had basic daggers on them, so I'm sure we could have found one.
Yes.
To
Okay.
swap.
So, yeah, sure. You go ahead and throw one of the basic daggers in, and it doesn't. It closes the door once you're out, and you can go ahead and grab the obsidian dagger and take it with you if you so desire.
I so desire.
There will just be no way to get back into this room then.
I mean, for them, for anyone else, I have it though.
True. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to very long story short this. You go back. The priestess is Itra. She is very grateful that you brought the bodies back so that they can be interned properly. She's not
No, no, no,
particularly.
no, no. I didn't bring them back. I'm ransoming them for more money. Or to the families, or whoever.
So
is willing to pay
I'm
for it.
totally not part of that.
No, you don't have to be.
I know. I'm just
Make-
saying. I'm gonna take my money and go.
Make a persuasion check. Yes.
Boom.
God.
She agrees to give you 25 more gold per body,
Are you kidding me? These are human beings.
which is 100 gold
Gotta
total.
be more than this. It's gotta be more than this.
They're a church.
So what?
You're cleaning them out. They have no more money.
I have no morals. I don't care.
She says that is all she can offer. She can offer you 20. She can offer you an extra 100 gold.
Okay, I want another chalice on top of the 25 per body. I
Make
want a first chalice.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
No. Why disadvantage?
Because you are really pushing your luck with her.
I'm not. I could have left the body there.
You are actively trying to extort the church of the goddess of death.
Yeah.
And they have already offered you money and you're trying to get more. They're losing patience with you.
It's okay. I run really quickly.
Then if you refuse to make that, she just says, "It is fine then. They are already at rest with my lady. Do what you will with the bodies."
God damn it. All right. Well, I take the bodies and I go find their families.
How do
we
you
don't have time for this.
how do you do that?
I mean, if we had more time, I would
Yeah.
go about the village. I would use like persuasion and lies to get to the families. And once I'm there,
You're not in a
at least
village.
one of them has to be like highborn or something.
I would like to point out that like you are not in a village. You are literally in the capital city of this continent where the king is.
Yeah, but I feel like even back then cities weren't that big.
This is a large city. This is a trade hub. So Amman is a port city. It is the center of trade for this entire continent as well. So it's very large.
Okay, but how many people were? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Tens
All
of
I'm saying is,
thousands.
with more time, it's not that many. With more time, I would have gone into a whole thing to find their families and ransom the bodies handsomely.
Okay.
But we do not have such time.
We don't have time. So good job. That'll be where we'll end, I suppose.
Oh man.
Hey,
Well done.
I'm richer.
Yes, you are.
And I have a
Alright.
sweet dagger.
Okay, guys, it's pretty late,
Yep.
and yeah, we gotta go.
Alright. Good playing with you. That was fun.
Oh,